And now, Minion Works presents Freelance Heroism.
I'm going to do a voice for the intro the entire time, this time too.
All right.
Hello, freelancers, and welcome back to Freelance Heroism. I am this. No, we're not going to really do it that way.
Okay.
I am this. Hey, freelancers, and welcome back to Freelance Heroism. I'm Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
We're a D&D 5e actual play podcast. Our current campaign is The Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror-inspired setting in the dangerous and fog-shrouded land of Ravenloft.
While the setting is serious, our heroes are not. Will they actually be able to defeat the vampire lord Strahd and restore peace to Ravenloft? Or will they just steal goats and invoice villagers? Join us and find out. On this episode, Cravens, Ravens, and Wiz Savins.
That was a good title. Who came up with that awesome title?
I don't know.
Last episode, the party discussed how to prepare their strike against Strahd. Adri was eager to make contact with the tribe of Dusk Elves who lived outside Valiki under Vistani control. They also learned that one of the Dusk Elves may have information on the Amber Temple. The professional disguised himself and Adri as Dusk Elves, with Ragnik their prisoner, while Chunikote followed in the shadows.
After an awkward encounter with the guards and a quick alteration to Adri's disguise, the party ventured further into the Dusk Elf camp. They met Casimir, who was interested in accompanying them to the Amber Temple, where he hoped to find something within to bring his long-dead sister back to life.
'Cause she dead. She dead.
She's been dead for a while.
She was hit by a burrito cart. She got run over. My phone's not muted. Unprofessional.
Yep.
Sorry. Hey, also, they just put YouTube on the Nintendo Switch. So if you want to take a break from gaming to hop on and check out some Freelance Heroism, you could do that. Because we attack every niche market. Every single niche. Add us on YouTube, you sons of bitches. You don't even have to go there and listen. Just scroll through and like all the videos and subscribe. It'll take no time. I tested it earlier. It takes about a minute.
Mm-hmm. Or they could start up the playlist with the first episode and then just go to bed and let it run throughout the night.
Or you could just skip past 14 or 15, where the audio starts to wonk out.
Mm-hmm.
It's all context clues past that point, fellas. and ladies, I assume. But probably, statistically speaking, less ladies.
Yeah.
According to Google Analytics.
Let's go
Oh, that's good.
to the Amber Temple.
So, real quick, out of character, since I'm not wearing my armor, like, is my armor stashed somewhere? Because I definitely would like to bring it.
You can still wear that armor. I would have just had
Okay.
to have decorated it so that it didn't appear like that.
Okay.
Like disguise, everyone thinks disguise is about prosthetics and cake makeup and all that stuff. And yeah, that does play a part, but like being able to mask the shape of something is more important. So like when I was doing Leandra and we went to the tea party, I needed to make sure that the clothes that I was actually wearing and the illusion that I was casting over myself were about the same size, so it wouldn't cause any disruption. There's a lot to disguise. Like, I probably can't tell you this in game, like because
You've probably given Adri this lecture at least twice.
yeah, probably. I probably just talk about this stuff when no one's around. I just say it out loud. The important thing to remember, me, and I look in the mirror. Actually, that's a really weird sentence now after the events of the last couple games. Talking to myself in the mirror is a much gnarlier thing. So, Adri, I'm gonna ask you a question once we're leaving, like so that there's not a risk of the town finding out that you're a fraud.
Okay.
But like once we break town, I'm gonna ask you. A question that requires like a long answer.
Oh.
Like tell me about that fight you had with that brutal ogre kind of thing. Listen to this, buddy. Tell him that story.
He
That
was
combat.
mean.
Remember when we were around this campfire and we were having a meal and there was this kind of cauldron of stew and this ogre, this big gnarly hairy beast kind of thing, came charging out of the wood line, and I thought, oh, we're surely goners. And of course, Plipek here, that's their name. I know that we didn't do any introductions. Plipek here fought them off valiantly and scalded their face with the bottom of the cauldron. Tell him that story.
That sounds like an amazing story.
Yeah, tell it.
We have a long
Plipek.
journey.
We have plenty of time to go over all of our cool past experiences.
Well, the ogre charged out, and I just grabbed this cooking pot that was on the fire. I'm gonna have to make out of character. I'm gonna have to make so many deception rolls for this.
Yes.
No, he already believes us.
He believes she's a dude.
Yep.
He rolled a 1. So
Oh, thank God.
until you guys give him a full reason to believe otherwise for the moment, he is pretty much on it.
Plipek's too modest. Go ahead, tell him about your great victory against the ogre.
Yeah, thanks. And so it had this matching ladle.
Do you need a glass of water? Your throat, you kind of sound weird.
And so
This is so good.
I snapped off the spoon part of the ladle and drove it into the ogre's heart.
It was so cool, man.
Yep. Really cool.
God, I hope y'all are talking Elven.
I hope so too.
Yes.
Actually, would he be more comfortable talking when he first spoke to us? Did he speak in Common or Elven?
Elven.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we would have spoken in Elven then.
Alright.
Oh man, that's too bad. I really wish. Can I translate for Ragnick? Like using message?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Give me a Deez, give me a wisdom check. I believe it is.
Uh-oh. Oh, like it. What's up? 20.
Oh, jeez. All right. Yeah, you feel like something's like twitching in your brain for a minute, and then it's gone.
I'm going to immediately say, "Hold on,"
All right.
and I'm going to step away from the party. And I know distance of range of that spell, right? I'm assuming that's what it was. It was a brain scan.
Detect thoughts.
Yeah. So that means that he's in range right now.
Whoever used it, yes.
I'm going to do a quick perimeter check, and I'm going to do a perception.
All right.
Before I roll my perception, though, I didn't roll the 2 d20s I needed for my portent.
All right.
So I'm going to do that real quick.
Would I have a chance of noticing anything amiss
17.
outside the area?
If you noticed Kavir's reaction all of a sudden, then yes, you would know something possibly could be up.
All right. Well, I'm assuming I would because I've been kind of like just in the shadows by them.
What check would I need to, like, it's a perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to take the 17 that I got. Yeah, it'll be a 24 total.
All right.
I only got a
see
13.
really- you guys don't see anything odd right now around. Nothing's really just going normal. Bubba, give me another one. Give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
wisdom check or a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
So I got a +2 on that. 11?
All right. You don't feel it. What's on the top of your brain right now?
Oh, this could be a million things.
What is writing thinking about right now?
Goats.
Let's see here.
Dear God, I know I shouldn't have done this.
That'd have been a wasted spell, wouldn't it?
Goats.
Can you imagine wasting a spell slot and getting fucking goats?
So,
Beautiful.
All right.
he's thinking about an angelic figure cloaked in a golden haze and waiting on these two idiots to drop the charade so he can go smash stuff.
All right. Thank you.
The perception check that I determine if there was nothing around, someone like maybe in our group would have cast that spell.
Roll another one. See what's going on inside the group. The other one you aimed outside is around you.
I got a 16.
I rolled an 18 natural.
Okay. Well, then I'll have to use my player knowledge. I wonder why you would have rolled. Okay. But I'll use my player knowledge, not my
All right. So as you guys continue walking, Casimir's like, I hate to tell you guys this, it's going to get cold.
How cold?
Snow. Like freezing.
Did you bring something for yourself to wear to keep yourself warm?
He taps his hand. Ring of warmth. Never leave home without it.
Well,
Too bad the spy master didn't prepare you guys for what you're walking into. You thought he would have. You said he thinks of everything.
insight?
Go for it.
Nope, not yet. Just consider that a rolling check. I'm going to continue doing that.
I'll give it to you that you can sense he's mocking you now.
I'm like, okay, well, this is pointless. And I'm just going to kind of wipe the makeup off my face and reach into kind of pull off the chunks and roll it up and get my coat.
Oh, good.
So
stop
we
this
done
now?
here?
Yeah, we're done here.
Okay, great. You're
I'll
just gonna like
pop
wipe
the
off
ropes.
the makeup.
Can we get some horses now? He looks at you guys. We got a long ride, like a week or so.
Is there a town on the way?
Not one you want to stop in. Depends how we take it. The long way will add an extra week to it. The shortcut, you stop in that town, you're going to have to deal with the hag.
Okay, we are stopping
Let's
in
stop
town.
in the town. Let's go that way.
I mean, that's just gonna guarantee that we're gonna stop in that town. I don't know why you. Yeah.
I got this.
How
I got a
how
date
how,
with a
how old is Hag?
What's up?
How old is Hag?
Baby Lisba? Old?
How old?
I don't know. I don't stop in that town.
See, if we cannot slay her with our weapons, then Chunicote will slay her with his charm.
or with his lance.
You see him stop for a second and actually throw something up.
His purple-headed meat saber is what I was discussing.
The guy's like, he's continuing to pop
Oh,
chunks now.
beautiful.
There's the episode title: Purple-headed meat saber.
Not writing that down.
Oh,
The
Lord.
purple-headed love shillelagh.
How about a horning star?
Adrian just like keeps walking.
Hey, since Chunicote's still in stealth and we haven't notified him, I'm assuming you see us take
Yeah, I would
makeup
see
off?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying hidden.
Oh, you're choosing to stay
I am
hidden?
choosing to stay hidden. You guys know I'm out there.
Okay.
He doesn't need to know.
The
I'll
town is
trust him.
called. The town was called Berez. It's now ruins. Long before Strahd had his new obsession with that Barovian girl, another girl that looked like his love from long ago, or at least that's how the stories go. That's what my sister told me.
Guy has no luck with women.
Yeah, well, he would have married my sister until we killed her.
You killed your sister?
We weren't going to let an elf sit on the throne with him. We wouldn't let her betray the people like that. And for it, he slaughtered every female dusk elf in Barovia for it.
Talk about overkill.
That's
Yeah.
wow, man.
Someone should have.
We should have researched that or something.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many books did you read in preparation for this?
Strahd doesn't. There's a lot of history that Strahd does. He doesn't record. He lets the stories tell themselves. Well, the story of Baba Lysaga is that she was one of those girls that he chased. And before she could get turned into a vampire, the town killed her. Want to guess what Strahd did?
You raise her?
No, he slaughtered the town.
Oh. That's a different way to go, I guess.
It seems that anyone that messes with his brides, he slaughters the town. Speaking of which, how's Bliki doing?
It's fine.
Great.
I think they're going to open a putt-putt.
What?
I was hoping for Dave and Buster's, but I don't think they have that reach over in Bliki.
It's gonna take us a little bit to get there, but we can get there.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him for a second. I remember, like, did you try to get into my mind?
Yes.
Right. How'd that go? How'd that work for you?
I admit, you're more well prepared than I thought. So I messed with your friend that you said was a dumbass.
Was that in common?
Hmm?
Was that in common?
Yes.
Of course it was.
There's a lot of things you said about your friends when you're speaking in Elven.
No, Mr. Professional.
Adrian didn't tell us that I said anything.
By the way, Miss, you pull off a crappy boy.
I was really not prepared.
You bought it hook, line, sinker. Do not lie. I saw it in face.
And on our video that we have of you totally rolling low.
He nods. You got me.
Okay.
I will say this is the most excitement I've had in about a century.
We are wild and crazy guys.
You didn't feel me brain fucking you? I'm brain fucking you right now.
But
with a limp noodle dick.
I do have my own reasons for going to the Amber attempt.
Your sister. You're hoping that you're going to be able to bring her back.
Yes. I messed up. Not stopping her from being Strahd's bride. That was important. But hopefully she's seen the error of her ways in the time she's been dead. And when her soul returns, it's who she was, not who she became.
So she's not dead. She's undead.
Her soul's somewhere floating up above.
She's just mostly dead.
You guys don't know what happens to people in Barovia when they die?
No, what happened?
The souls never leave Barovia. They just re-enter new bodies, if they're lucky.
So you're telling me that if I die, there is possibility I could come back as Bard?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I've never heard of a Russian bard, but I hope to God. Hey, I hope to God you're better than that Luda fellow.
Oh, man.
I'll
be...
Hey! Excuse you? What?
He said your dad sucks at barding.
Oh, my bad. He's your father?
Yes, you are all related.
We are not all related. Will you... Adrian's gonna look at Casimir and be like, will you tell him not all elves are related?
I really hoped Luda had not spawned, but obviously he has. I'm sorry.
So rude.
He didn't deny that all elves are related.
There it is. Confirmation.
Can you just we're not
So,
related?
so how are you
As
related to
far as I
Luda?
know, I don't know I'm related to her, but I've never seen what kind of elf she is before. She looks really close to the skin we share.
Interesting.
I'm a wood elf,
And our skin's not that far off.
but we're not related.
But you are.
No, we're not.
There was Adam and Eve,
I want
and
to see
they
where he's
make
going with this.
Those aren't
all
elf
other
names.
elves.
Oh my God.
Those aren't elf names, Ragnar.
Ademya and Evalia.
Adivya and Avalia, and then Avalia fuck up and eat apple.
Oh my God.
That is why Strahd cursed Dusk Elves to not have any women, to pay back for apple.
And that's why we only get the McRib once a year, because of that whole getting the rib from the other person once a year.
Once a year. You,
Thank you for ruining the McRib for everybody.
Adri, you ruined McRib.
Look, I don't know what that is, but it's probably really bad for you, and you shouldn't eat it anyway.
That's why you only get it once a year.
Adri.
Otherwise, it'd be a string of deaths.
Oh God, the things you find in Barovia.
The McRib all year round.
The question is, what animal did the McRib come from in Barovia?
The same animal it comes from
goats.
here, the fucking buttholes and snouts.
You know what? That's not true. I actually watched how they make that. I watched them make the McRib. It's just ground up beef or pork
Uh-huh.
and then pressed.
It's snouts and assholes. That's what it is.
It's not.
All right, continuing.
Let's talk about the McRib for another hour.
Before McDonald's sues us.
Yeah.
Hey, sponsorship from McDonald's.
McRib, not just never mind, fuck it, I quit.
Right.
Well done. I'm
Not
going to call
just-
this one a scrap. We're probably not getting McDonald's.
Not just snouts and
Wow.
assholes.
Oh my
McDonald's, we're going to break our ice cream machine again.
Oh God.
Oh my Lord.
He just kind of gives Adrian this sad look and just walk. It's gonna take you guys about a week just to get to the ruins of Berez. He takes you guys actually down the river. I mean, off the beaten path. This looks like an old Vistani trail, almost. After a couple days through trees, you guys actually break through to the road, and you guys stick along the river the whole way. A small trail that goes along the river. So the trail hugs the river for several miles. The dirt and grass soon turn to marsh as the trail dissolves into a spongy earth, pocket marked with strands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, roofs caved in. The decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire, as though they have long since given up, escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. The fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where a light flashes amid the dark ring of standing stones. The river ranges, as you guys have seen the river, as you guys have passed it, how deep it is changes, but it's been, as far as you guys can tell, it's never deeper than 8 to 10 feet.
8 to 10 feet. Good. That's not a lot.
You do see a humanoid, who's among the standing stones, using a lantern to signal out.
Signal us.
Yes.
This person that they're motioning, they're signaling to us. How would they know we're coming unless they saw us, or unless this is a trap?
That's a question you have to ask the person.
That's the question I will ask the person then.
Okay.
Can I tell if they've noticed me?
As far as I know, you're not stealthed and walking with the party. That's from what you told me.
No, I was staying stealthed.
Yeah, he said he stayed stealth.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Hasn't it been several days?
Yep.
It's been about a week.
Oh,
I've been stealthy for a week. I can forage my ass off, so I'm not worried about that. Ooh, there we go.
Hey, David, can I do a perception?
Yeah, go for
I
it.
got a 24 stealth.
All right.
24.
All right. As you guys continue, you guys see the guy standing there among the circle stones. The dude's he's not dressed messed up or anything. He's dressed normal. You guys have seen a similar look before, almost bird-like.
Huh.
Now you guys don't know if he's there for you or for others, but you do know that the river separates you guys from the town.
Does anyone know about the rules of casting through a familiar in this game or in 5e? I haven't had a chance to do it since I just got it.
Nope.
That I do not know.
I don't know. Hold on, let me check. I'm going to use a spell to summon my my Raven familiar.
All right.
I can communicate with it telepathically. Does that mean I'd be able to cast like from a good distance?
I would say no unless it actually says you can cast through it. The old 3.5 was specific about sharing spells. Being able to speak to it telepathically doesn't actually say that it can cast through it.
Yeah, it says, hold on. When you cast a spell with a range of touch, your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had cast the spell. Your
All right,
familiar must be within 100 feet of you.
All right.
Okay. I just want to message.
Oh, shit. There's a goat pin in the ruins of Berez.
Yeah, there is.
9 goats.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Chicken, brown cow.
So, alrighty.
And I'm vomiting.
You're vomiting. I got a boner. It's like a good Friday night.
Except this is Sunday.
That was a weird thing to say.
And Rachel still has nothing better to do.
Dude, she's face palming hard. She's gonna rip her face off.
It's just the weight of the board that keeps dragging her face down. She's actually catching it every time.
She
It
needs,
has its own like gravitational pull.
she needs to wear an oven mitt just to like soften the blow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna send the Raven over there and kind of have it fly around.
The guy looks up and he begins to actually talk to the Raven.
I'm assuming the Raven. Okay, so we've never discussed this before because there's been a lot of time between.
Mm-hmm.
But in front of people, in front of everybody, I treat this little Raven familiar like shit. I like yell at him and call him stupid names, make fun of him, berate him, say, "Oh, you fucking idiot," all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, so it's basically a little fucking flying Ragnick. Awesome.
Right. Except for this
God
is way
damn
smarter.
it.
This
is
is
like
way smarter.
all over again.
But when me and the bird are like when it's just me and the bird, like I'm super nice with it. It knows me well enough to know that it's an act to everyone else.
All right.
But so if the guy's asking the bird about me at all, the bird would not vocalize its displeasure because it understands it's an act.
No, it's not. Yeah, no. The bird is pretty much. He's like, "The hell are you doing out here?" And then they kind of have a discussion. You pick up.
Because I can telepathically connect with this bird, so anything it says to the bird, I'll know.
Yeah. He's out here warning, pretty much trying to warn travelers to stay away, not to cross the river into the ruins of Berez.
Okay, I'm gonna have the bird land on the ground in front of the guy with the lantern.
Okay.
And then kind of take its wing and like motion in our direction to like herald our coming.
He looks over. As you guys continue to walk up, he he laughs as you guys get closer.
Think
Of
of like
course, it's you guys.
think of the little crow or the raven. Think of it as like a raven version of Zazu.
Oh, jeez. No, so he's like, of course it's you guys. It had to be you guys.
Hi.
What are you doing out here?
I'm trying to warn people to stay away.
That doesn't include us.
No, it doesn't include you guys. The problem is, Strahd cursed the town, and we're trying to stop people from getting in it. But the stupid hag stole something of ours, and we need it back.
Side
What'd you steal
quest
from-
accepted.
Adri just automatically clicks on accept side quest.
You have to choose between these green boots or this blue hat.
What is this hag and what has she taken from you?
He points over. Where she's at in the town, we're not sure. But we know she's in the town, and we know Strahd's cursed the town. But she took the gem from the winery. You know, if we didn't have enough problems in Barovia as it was, if you guys didn't know, the were-ravens are actually the ones behind the winery. We're the ones who make the wine for most of Barovia. We own the winery.
So you're a bootlegger, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, she took our gem. Our
Okay.
gem helps with the wine, a magical gem. It
Which way to town?
across the river.
Where is bridge?
There isn't.
So I must swim.
It can get up to about 10 feet deep.
Okay.
I
So,
could use control water.
control water.
Yeah.
What does that do?
I could like part the water.
Yeah? Are you gonna part the fucking Red Sea on us, Rachel?
I could.
Fucking get it done.
But it's also like a 4th level spell, so that would be using up a high level spell slot.
Yeah, don't do that. Let's swim.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing you're in your full armor, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably want to get on my back to swim across the river.
Remember this happened last time with leeches.
That's true. Maybe I should just use control water.
It's a 4th level spell slot, and we're fixing to fight a hag.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And this hag ain't out of the monster manual. This hag was driven in the back of the book.
Oh, okay. All right.
This isn't some hag.
I want to keep that spell slot.
Just saying.
What is so since we've been traveling for a few days now, so Casimir, I'm guessing he's also in his armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck him.
Well, he's actually done up as a mage. He has his cloak out and his staff.
Oh, okay. Also for like the last week, Adri has definitely been like trying to talk with him about elf stuff.
He can't get over the fact you're Ludo's kid. Most of the week. The torture he's seen Ludo do, the blood he's seen him spill.
Does he mention that to Adri?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Ludo is Strahd's spy master. The things he's done in the last 100 years.
Well, I mean, he was kind of like forced to do that stuff. But I think at heart, he's a really good guy.
We're talking about Daddy Dearest.
You know it. So,
Oh yeah,
but, okay, so you guys have a river to cross that hits about
he's
10
my
feet.
dad pyre.
How you guys going to get across it? And are you taking Casimir into town with you?
I'm swimming across. I say leave him here.
He nods.
Are there any? How wide is this river?
150 feet.
Okay. I was kind of
Maybe
thinking, are there
400.
any tree branches that might have went across it? But not. I'm assuming it's that far. It's not got anything like that. Oh well. I can do alter self to fish myself out and swim across pretty easily.
All right. Jake jumps in as fish and starts swimming across the lake or the river. What about the other three?
We'll build a cabalito. That was from a Wild Thornberries episode. There's no boats.
Not that you guys can see.
Does Casimir have anything that could help us?
Casimir, let me see. I believe he does have levitate.
More like levitate, am I right?
He
Thanks,
also
pal.
has Misty Step as well, but I believe that's a singular spell for one person. But
How many crow people are here?
just
Raven
the one.
people. Just the one? Can he like fly us over at one at a time?
Sure. You sign this paper?
Was this an invoice?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
My
I
boss
love
said
it.
if my boss says if we were ever to work with you, you'd have to charge you.
You're right. And hold on, let me go ahead and check over your invoice real quick. Is it well built?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It is
Well,
this
then I'm
big.
going
I will pay X for X service.
If you go to 1D4 Rounds, you can 1d4rounds.com. You can actually download a professional invoice.
Yeah, actually, what I want to do is I want people to download it and then give it to their DM to bill them for all the bullshit that they've had to go through, and then take pictures and post it on our Facebook. Send us a message.
Post it on our Instagram. I'm sure we have one of those too. I
They
just don't
can't
know how
post
to
to our
log it.
Instagram.
Oh,
they can tag us in it.
They
but-
can?
What's an Instagram?
Jake, it's a
Fucking
picture
Jake.
of a rock and charcoal that we send.
Oh, okay.
he thinks an Instagram is when they send a person to your house to sing.
Oh, okay. Well, I know what they are.
Jake's all, Mongo like candy.
Mongo just pawn in Game of Life.
Okay, so I'm going to look over his invoice. I'm going to correct a bunch of parts on it. I'm going to hand it back to him, and then I'm going to give him the gold that he's going to charge us to fly over, and then I'm going to take it back for the edits to his invoice structure.
Boss said you were a dick. You see him
Oh my
shift in the Were Raven form, and pick up Ragnik first, and barely keeps Ragnik out of the water as he flies him over.
I'm gonna look at
Side.
Adri. I'm gonna be like, see, this is why we let him test the big guy first.
Flies back, picks up Kavir, takes Kavir over, and Adri last. You like as he's flying Adri over. Wasn't there 4 of you?
The other one's fine.
He's a fish
Alright.
right now, so
Do I have to pick up the wolf? The thing looks like it's about to bite me.
I think it can swim, right? I don't know. If you're scared, it's gonna bite you.
can your wolf turn into a fish? Jake, let's just blow everyone's mind. Can we get a wolfish?
Well,
Jake, you actually give me a perception check while you're in the water.
all right.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, there we go. It's 23.
You actually pick up a 14-foot snake in the water swimming.
Nice. Yeah, I thought I could stay over there.
I was really hoping you guys were going to swim.
Thought I could stay over there. Either that or I'm going to fuck up a snake.
The Were Raven gets on the other side and lands next to Casimir and shifts, and they start a small fire over there with the lantern and stay with Fauna while the 4 of you hit the others. I'm assuming, Jake, you're out of the water now?
Yeah, I just went
Okay.
back to stealth mode in the woods again.
Around the town?
Yep.
What about
There isn't any woods around the town. The
Okay.
town's pretty barren.
what about Thona?
They got about 1 tree, and the rest of it's pretty much swampland. Really
Alright.
marsh and mud.
I'll have to deal. Well, hey, Wolfbird, how are you?
Good.
As soon as we land, I draw my sword and start walking towards the town.
As you walk towards as you approach it, you approach like a cluster of ruined cottages separated by lodestone walls. You see short stretches of dirt road that are somewhat intact. The town itself is a mixture of cottages. You see a giant tree in the middle. At one side, you actually see the ruins of a mansion still there. Got the tree-
Gilbasa!
You also see a churchyard also as well. And way in the distance, you see a monument.
Two.
You guys don't know.
What does it look like?
It's give me perceptions.
18.
Natural
16.
1.
25.
Oh, look at that.
What do my elf eyes see?
Everything. Have you seen that comic?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That comic is so fucking funny.
Hidden by the fog and elevated a few feet above the surface marsh is a raised plot of land barely 10 feet on the side, enclosed by an iron fence that's just fading in time. In the center, there's a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl clutching a rose. The features have been grained and worn off, but she bears a striking resemblance to Irina.
That's creepy.
Everything in Brovia bears a striking resemblance.
Welcome to Ravenloft, honey. It's creepy.
I'm gonna do an investigation check. Is that cool?
Yeah. Now the statue is about 1,000 feet away from you guys. The tree right now is around 500. You got cottages all around you, and then on about another 600 feet, you got another set of cottages. The mansion itself is about 700 feet, and the church is just past that, around 8.
I'm going to take a look. I'm going to start going towards the mansion and trying to stay undercover as much as I can.
Okay, so he's heading to the mansion, trying to stay undercover as much.
And I do have mage armor cast as well.
All right. Kavir, what did you say you're doing?
I'm gonna walk around through the streets of town, and I'm going.
You notice something extremely familiar and creepy.
What is that?
Scarecrows.
I know how to handle this. Super speed. That's why we did it last time. But they didn't come alive last time.
No, they didn't come alive last time.
No, because there were kids' battery power in them.
The scarecrows don't have feet, right?
These ones, no, they don't. But they are, they're just ordinary, non-magical scarecrows stuffed with raven feathers.
Oh, hell no.
Are you upset about the raven feathers now?
Yeah, because ravens are wolf birds.
Oh, those motherfuckers.
So, yeah, this is an abomination that I cannot abide.
You're right.
Imagine that.
Hey, there has to be at least one every now and then.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
you see 7 of them in the center of town set up.
I'm going to walk right in the middle of them.
Is there anything like the last ones had blades for hands? I remember correctly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at these ones from a distance and determine whether or not they have blades for hands?
Perception?
Okay, hold on.
Am I noticing anything with my new eye?
As you're
21.
looking around?
Yep.
Yeah, you see a shit ton of magical energy coming from that tree. The scarecrows themselves, and they don't appear to be magical, are. Every single one of them. As you look, you don't see like the metal claws on the other ones, but you do see close enough, Kavir, that they do have claws of sorts.
Okay. And where are they positioned? Like, how far apart are they? Are they like lined up in a row?
No, they're kind of like scattered around the center of town on poles. The cottages on both sides, the trees, about the center, and then you have the 7 spread out among that.
And they have a clearly defined front end, like a face, kind of.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take some steps behind, so I'm kind of a good distance behind them.
All right.
How sturdy do they look?
They're pretty sturdy.
Ragnik,
Nah.
I need you to chop the base off of these from standing behind them. I need you to run up real quick and chop them at the stalk so they fall over like corn.
Very well. So I start walking up, sword drawn, and
Be
I
careful.
Swing on the first one.
All right.
23.
What's a scarecrow armor class?
Okay. Are you aiming at the stock or the scarecrow?
Stalk.
Sure.
So the pole that it's on.
Yeah.
All right. You hit the pole.
Okay.
Damage on
And
the
then-
pole?
Oh, I was like, and then the world stops for a long time. Everything pauses.
16.
16. You shatter the wood pole that's on the stock.
Okay.
You just kind of see it just fall to the ground. When it hits the ground, you see the other 6 all jump off their stalks and hit the ground. And it looks at you guys.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you want to see our adventures in comic form, The Professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. And if you want to support us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our theme music is Nady Sade by Knit Your Own Scarf, used under the Creative Commons license. You can find a link in the show notes. Our cast includes me, Dees Cassius as Kavir the Professional, Rachel Moore as Adri the Wood Elf, Bubba Downs as Ragnik the Bold, Jake Sipple as Chunakote the Wayward Shaman, and of course, last but not least, our DM, David D. Walker.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, the invoice is in the mail.